Let's cross over to our guest, and she is the Good Party leader. Her name is Patricia de Lille, and she joins us now via our video link. Patricia, thank you so much for joining us here on the late edition today. Of course, we know that the conference, your party is holding its first ever conference, and today was indeed day one of that conference. How did that go?
Well, first of all, I'm very happy. I spent the day there. Everything is in place. We registered the party on the 5th of February 2019 and contested the 2019 elections, received 3 seats, 2 national and 1 provincial, and then continued to build up till 2021, where we now have 50 councillors in 4 provinces. So it's work in progress, and the inaugural conference will give us time to look at constitutional amendments, policy amendments and reviews, and then of course also elect the leadership.
And when a party holds a conference of this nature, it's quite important to iron out what it stands for and how it will indeed attract their voters come next year's elections, those 2024 much anticipated elections. When it comes to the other things that conference needs to deal with, what are the core issues you would like to see come out of this conference?
Well, the number one is hard work. You cannot achieve anything with hard work. And I believe that nothing is impossible. If you are prepared to work and work damn hard, you can achieve anything. So we are consolidating our structures. We are making sure that our preparations for the elections is in place. Elections is about contestation of ideas. And that is the competition that you are going to face. And therefore it's important that you package your message in a positive way to show South Africans, this is our country. This is our country that we must all work together to save our country. And not behave as if you are from some other moon or other planet. And that is the difference with good. We are patriots. We love this country. We want to see it succeed. So we offer solutions. A lot of solutions are coming out tomorrow. Solutions that we will fit into government as our proposals, how to solve some of our problems. But we are not just going to go out and make false promises to the voters. We will be saying to everybody, you must put a value to your vote. You must never give your vote away to any political party. And from good, we are saying, please lend us your vote. And if for 5 years, and if we don't perform, you can vote us out. So I'm very happy with the representation, gender representation. And tomorrow, the conference will decide, who must continue to be the other leaders of the party.
And at the same time, Patricia, you are saying that, when you speak to your supporters, they must put value to their vote. And of course, this will not be your first elections you will be contesting come next year in 2024. What have you done so far with the vote that has been given to you and entrusted to you by your supporters that even led you to be in Parliament? What have you changed?
Well, first of all, where I have succeeded, I have taken on the male masculinity in our country. I'm still the only woman leader of a political party in South Africa. And I will continue to work hard to maintain this position so that women can also be leaders in Parliament and in government. Secondly, our message will be a message of hope plus action. We want to see more implementation. And so therefore, we will be offering practical solutions to the many problems that we are facing in our country. But people must remember, the value of your vote is this. If you are unhappy with any government that's in place right now, that government has been voted in by the people of South Africa. And if you want to get that government out, the only way you can get that government out is to vote. And so I am becoming very concerned that, after 30 years of our democracy, that there seem to be that people are losing an interest in our democracy. And it's our role as political leaders to continue encourage people to register to vote and use their vote effectively.
And when it comes to the actual conference, which is taking place this weekend in Cape Town, what sort of leadership would you like to see emerge coming out from this elective conference?
We want to elect ethical leaders. So we have vetted every person participating in the election. We've done police checks. We have we check their qualifications. We screen them thoroughly because we want ethical, capable leadership. And we're also going to make sure that there's a gender balance. But in terms of the new policies that we will be discussing also tomorrow, is also foreign policy. I'm very concerned about the war in Palestine and, the way children are being killed there. And as political parties, we must begin to understand that we live in a global village and therefore you need to have a say in foreign policy. But we will also be looking at a community that is really being unsafe, some of them badly treated, murdered, raped and robbed. It's the LGBTQI community. We will be also electing a representative to represent that community together with the youth, women and people with disabilities. So we try to be as inclusive as possible, not a very big national leadership, because we really want to have our leaders out on the ground rather than just attending to party political issues.
And at the same time, Patricia, one would say that, when we look at your outreach and where it seems as if you are more popular as a political party, it is in the Western Cape. When it comes to looking at the national footprint and going into the 2024 elections, how confident are you when I look at the theme of this conference saying unleashing the power of our vote and good to grow? So clearly good here is looking at growing and growing beyond the Western Cape and growing beyond just the colored vote and being inclusive.
No, but you're wrong, Bali. I'm glad you used the word "it seems," because that is anecdotal. We need to move out of this racist issue. Because I'm a colored, you think and you assume that only colored people will vote for me, or white people vote for whites and black. That is not what voters are doing. Voters are more mature than that. Our base is not only in the Western Cape. If you've listened, I've just told you that we've got 50 councillors in 4 provinces. This is how we are growing. We have got, in the 2021 elections, we're going to participate on the national vote. But what we must remember, every vote has got the same value. When you put your vote in that box, it's not a colored vote or a black vote or an Indian vote, it is a vote. So the sooner we can begin to embrace our constitution. Our constitution say that we must be united in our diversity. So there's a race card that especially the media is playing because they look at me as a colored. I am a South African. I take umbrage and people just refer to me as a colored. I serve this country as a South African. So please, I really appeal to the media to stop being racist and stop being referring to people as this color and that color.
And I ask this because, we see political parties emerging. There is, another political party, Patriotic Alliance, and, some of those political parties are quite clear when it comes to their stance. And I'm glad you've clarified that the Good Party is a party not just for one race, but it is a party that seeks to dominate, and not just dominate in the Western Cape, but dominate throughout South Africa At the same time, as we head and we close off this interview, I wanted to ask you just the last question. We are heading towards 2024 elections, and we're always speaking about coalition governments. Are you speaking to any political parties at the moment where you share the same values with those political parties to see some sort of coalition going into 2024?
Well, we are very happy that on the conference for discussion tomorrow is a proposal on how do we deal with coalitions, how do we deal with inter-party cooperation, and on Sunday we will announce the outcome of that decision by the conference, just how we approach coalitions. Currently at local government level, we are in coalitions where specifically there is a need to get the 50% plus one. And so in some municipalities, we are in coalition with the ANC, the PA, the DA, depending on the numbers. But we are really saying that we want to illustrate in a coalition the values of good and what we stand for. So the coalition policy will be discussed tomorrow, and we will announce the outcome on Sunday. Thank you, Mbali.
All right, then. Thank you so much, Patricia de Lille. That is Patricia de Lille. She is the leader of the Good Party, and they, of course, are holding a 2-day conference which is taking place in the Western Cape.